The easy option is to say, let's sell because it'll give us immediate pain relief.
Yeah.
But the problem I'm worried about is if we fast forward 10 years, 15 years down the track and people actually look back at this moment in time, I'm worried a lot of people will have regret that they made the decision to choose easy now and have hard later instead of choosing hard now so they have easy later. I remember back in 2000, I thought that property investing was going to stop because you had the introduction of GST. And so you remember the tax rates dropped so much that everyone looked at each individual property and thought, actually, I'm not positive cash flow anymore. I'm actually going to have to put in $5, God forbid, $10 at the time. So I remember the collective energy at the time was, property investing is not going to work after GST is introduced because no one's going to invest in property. And now we look back some 23 later and go, it kind of made sense that it was still going to continue. And the fact that if you hadn't have been in the market, looking back now, you'd be really disappointed versus those people who were in the market now and kept for the long term, looking back, it's been pretty cool.
Oh, I mean, I can go right back, Bryce. Negative gearing, 85 to 87. Now, then they reversed that. So, it's not going to work then. Then they worked out, then to your point, 2000 GST. Then the GFC. Oh my God, the whole financial market system is going to break, and that's going to obviously flow into property prices. That didn't happen, did it? And then now, then you had the election where they were talking about banning negative gearing, and then we had the Queensland Labor government introduce a land tax reach where they wanted to charge you for the value of your land held interstate for Queensland. That got squashed. But these sort of things come and go, right, don't they?
Well, we haven't even mentioned the pandemic, which was the biggest panic in memory for most people. So I guess the point that we're trying to raise here is there's always been a reason why there's a time to not enter or to get out. And I feel really concerned now that a lot of people are seeing, okay, we've had a very tight interest rate cycle, the tightening cycle. So people are rightly so checking their household finances, but I think what I'm concerned about is the easy option is to say, let's sell because it'll give us immediate pain relief.
Yeah.
But the problem I'm worried about is if we fast forward 10 years, 15 years down the track and people actually look back at this moment in time, I'm worried a lot of people will have regret that they made the decision to choose easy now and have hard later instead of choosing hard now so they have easy later.
Now, there's two types of regrets in property. The first regret is never buying or not buying when I could have bought, so they look back and they go, but the other big one, and this is the one we're focusing on right now, is seller's regret. Because people are going to look back in a decade or two and go, why did I sell that property? Why did I sell that property? And we're seeing it in the data right now. Because we've also heard anecdotally through connections and also through our business, some people aren't just selling one property. Some of them are selling 2 or 3 properties. Now there's tax considerations as part of that. Like next year, from the 1st of July, 2024, the tax rate drops down to 30% for most people. So some people are paying in the 40% range. So that's a significant timing issue in terms of why you would sell that. You're going to be paying higher taxes if there's a capital gain. And if you're selling them all in the one financial year, so our message is dig in, but also get some advice.
Yeah. Now is not the time. It's no different to negative gearing abolishing. No. It's no different to 2000. It's no different to 2008. It's no different to the pandemic. It's no different to what you just said about Queensland. This is just another external environment that gives you an opportunity to say, I have a longer time horizon than most people, so I want to stay in the game a bit longer. And
well, households are looking at their finances and they're going, what can go? And they're probably not going, well, the holidays are important, that sort of revenge travel that I need to do post-pandemic, that's staying, and all of the other discretionary things that we've now started to enjoy, they're all staying. So they're selling an appreciating asset. I prefer to sell a car. Yeah. That's not a depreciating asset, and try and hold on to the property as much as possible, because that's what's going to be the problem.